Hey friends, it's Devin, and I am back with a major life update. If you have felt that I've been MIA for a little bit with my YouTube, it's because I have been. I have been pursuing a whole new chapter in real estate, which is really exciting. So in this video, I just wanted to give you a quick update about how things are going, and I also wanted to let you guys know where I was at with human design and that work through that shift. And I also want to thank everybody who responded to my last video saying I'm back and I need your help. So your input was super helpful. I have been super busy and I've been thinking about making this video for a while, so I just made myself sit down and do it because I want to reconnect with you guys and I have a lot to share. Okay, so let's first talk about human design. First update is that this year it's my 10-year anniversary of human design. Isn't that crazy? That feels crazy. It makes me feel like old or something. I don't know how fast that time went and how much has happened. But I'm approaching a decade of human design and I'm already brewing on ideas for a video for you guys called A Decade of Human Design and what I've learned. And just some nuggets overall of just my whole experience, what it taught me, all that great stuff. So that's been brewing in the background. Also with human design, I did take a break for a while. I needed it. It was one of the best things I've ever done. I am doing readings again, so that's cool. I haven't been really promoting them. I've mostly been working with people like clients I had in the past, or people from my wait list, or people that I meet, or just kind of going with the flow with it. So I'm not actively like promoting it a lot, but I am open to readings. And I've been kind of under the radar with that for a while because I really needed a break doing it. As I've said in my other videos and other sharings that I've had. Now, the break was like really important for me, and I think I probably feel better about working with people now than I ever have because I feel more clear. I feel like I've had time to really digest my experience and good 5-6 years of schooling, which was pretty intense and rigorous. And I also feel freer and cleaner to do it in a way where I'm showing up better after my break, like my cutting ties, which I've, shared in the past. So the change here though is that human design's not my main focus. It's not, my whole life doesn't revolve around human design anymore. I feel like I've kind of graduated past a lot of things that I needed to do when I set out on that journey. And now it is just a very valuable golden tool in my toolbox that I'm grateful for and that I still reflect on in my life. I still use it. I still am mindful about the things that I've learned and integrating that into other things like working with real estate clients, and I'll share a little bit more about that when I share about real estate. So with human design, I am still open to human design. I'm still open to sharing on my YouTube about human design. It's just not the same. It's not my main focus. It's not my main thing I wake up and think about every single day. But I still love working with people and I feel a lot better doing it now than I have in the last couple years. So that's the human design update. I'm sure there's a lot more about that. And the way that I'm taking it, kind of like I did in the past, was like I let myself brew on something for a bit, and when I need to share it, I'll share it. So I have written some things and recorded some things for myself that I'm still brewing on to eventually put up on my YouTube. I've also been on a couple podcasts recently. So I did 2 podcasts, and one of them in the beginning I shared about my experience with the split, and we also talked about decisions, inner authority, and also like emotional intelligence and emotional regulation through human design. So I'm going to link that podcast in the description along with my booking link as well if you're interested in a reading. All right, so the big news that I wanted to share is that I'm a realtor now, and I love it. I'm at the point now where I'm sort of becoming obsessed with it in like the best way possible, where I'm like really loving it. I got my license last year and I am a licensed realtor in the state of Pennsylvania. That's where I'm from PA. I'm reciprocal in a couple other states, and I work with Coldwell Banker, and Coldwell Banker is a global company. And that's what I love about it, because it's everywhere. And that means, yeah, I'll tell you a little bit more about that. I got my license last year, and it's something I've wanted to do for a long time. I've been talking about getting my real estate license since I was 18. I'm a lot older than 18 now. And one of the reasons for that is because I was raised with a family of builders. So I grew up in real estate. My grandfather was a broker, real estate developer, did construction, remodeling. And then my dad followed in those footsteps, and he is also a builder, remodeler, and real estate investor. And I've always been obsessed with homes, always, my whole life since I was little. And interior design, everything homes, even feng shui I really got into for a little bit, and everywhere I went, even if I was renting a place, I'd move everything around, like feng shui wise. Even when I was in Bali, when I would move, I would just move everything around so it made sense. So real estate's been on my radar for a really long time. One of the reasons that I didn't get my license was because I traveled a lot. I lived in New York, and then Connecticut, New York, and then I was in Asia for a bit, and I was working online with human design, and a lot of my clients were international or all over. So I didn't have to really be anywhere, and I didn't have to be in PA. So I wasn't really that grounded here, and I also spent years kind of going back and forth from Bali. That was like my second home or spiritual home. It still is one of my favorite places in the world, and I know that I'll go back. I'm in a different place in my life. So when the pandemic hit and I came back, I was stuck in Bali and I came back, it was really like a time, like a major shift in my life where I was like, okay, I want to ground here. I want to really root. I want longevity in my life. I want, a new chapter, career path, this huge major split from human design, and what I was going to do next. And I finally did it. So I originally, I started my course back in 2018 and never finished it because I was doing so much stuff with human design, the Gene Keys. And actually in the middle of that, I started working with Richard Rudd and the Gene Keys, and it was just a huge opportunity, and I just never finished my course, and I was kind of bummed about it, but it wasn't the right time. I was in a totally different place in my life, and I ended up going out to Bali again for almost a year, and so anyway, so I got my license last year, and the big major thing was I finally finished my course and passed my exams. That was the big thing that I got through it, because it was sort of brutal, and the online proctoring exams were kind of awful, and it was totally new. It was a totally new thing. And then right when I got my license, I went into a month of training with Coldwell Banker, and it was all very intuitive for me, and I definitely used, the strategies with human design, like trusting my inner authority and stuff when I picked my brokerage. I would love to share more about real estate, on my YouTube, just things I learned, because that's what I do. I go through experiences. I feel like I wish I knew this, or I want to help people that are going through the similar things, kind of like what I did with human design. And yeah, so I would love to have a whole area of real estate on my YouTube. In the beginning, the trainings and everything, just learning, I was so oversaturated and a bit overwhelmed, and it took a lot out of me. But now that I'm over that major learning curve, and I'm really in the field and working with clients and putting in offers, I'm realizing I love this. I love real estate, and I'm just so happy, because I feel this irony in my life, because when I left my corporate sales job in New York, and I started traveling, I was always meeting refugees that left corporate or left real estate or left recruiting, or they left everything. And I did that. I left my career, and I went down a very spiritual training in life, but also getting certified in a lot of things and working with clients and stuff. And now I feel it's a weird backwards thing where I did that, and then now I'm kind of coming into that world. But I feel better prepared in some ways, because I went through a lot of the initiations that I needed to. I feel like I have a pretty good understanding of myself through the systems that I was working with. And also spending 10 years really working one-on-one and advising and consulting and supporting people and understanding them and helping through these major life transitions really prepared me for real estate, because now I'm you know, guiding people through one of the biggest decisions they're ever going to make in their life. And I've gotten really lucky so far with the people that I'm working with the clients that I have. I'm like obsessed with house hunting. I love finding houses. And I'm just learning so much, and it's exciting. And it's the first time in a while where I was learning something new and it was exciting, because when I dove into human design, I was excited about it. And then, you know, over time, you know, when you know a lot, it's not as exciting anymore. You know, like, it's like I kind of burnt myself out with that. It was like I dug my claws in for so long that now I feel, you know, like there isn't any question or situation that I couldn't answer with human design, because I've been through so much with it. So I feel now that I'm more confident having human design in my life, but it not being the whole thing. And I'm excited about real estate, and I get up excited about real estate, and I like working. So funny, because, you know, with human design, projector's not here to work. Well, understanding being a projector and how to handle the high intensity of real estate has helped me tremendously, you know. And at the same time, I honor my flow with it. I like real estate that I don't have to show up in an office at a certain amount of time, but I work really hard and become obsessed with what I'm doing until I'm done, and then I stop, and then I can flow. So anyway, I'm excited about my chapter in real estate, and I love learning about it. And I wanted to share with you guys that that's what I'm doing now. It's taken a lot out of me, but I'm kind of got a good pace now, and I'm trying to kind of integrate all the other work that I do. Because obviously everything's seasonal, right? Like, you know, the real estate season is different all year round. Also, like, the amount of readings I do is always fluctuating. Sometimes it's pretty full on. Sometimes there's nobody. Like, you know, it's just, so I want to kind of balance my life with the different aspects and different things I do. So if you are in the state of Pennsylvania, reach out to me. If you're not in PA and you want some real estate advice, or you want me to refer you to a trusted realtor, reach out to me. I love talking about real estate, and it doesn't exhaust me. It excites me as of right now while I'm making this video. So I could talk a lot more about that, and I want to put out more content about real estate, and just wanted to let you guys know where I was at and why I haven't posted in a while, because it was a lot. And, you know, making a huge, completely new start in your 30s is a lot different than in your 20s when you're doing it, at least from what I've experienced. So I'm happy I'm finally in it. And I'm also, what I really love about it, I don't want to talk too long, is that it's really rooting me in with my family, because my parents, although they're divorced, they both are, you know, landlords. They both invested in real estate. They know a lot. And it's been a really great opportunity for me to ask them about all their wisdom, to, you know, it's just given a lot of opportunities to really ground in and get back in this physical material world here in the States. So it's been a refreshing new chapter. All right, last but not least, I don't want this to be a very long video, but on a personal news update, I am health-wise, I'm a lot healthier. I was really sick for a while after my split. I don't want to go too into that journey right now, but I gained healthy weight back, and did a lot of lifestyle changes where I physically feel a lot better in my body. In a relationship standpoint, I am in a significant relationship. It's now almost a year and a half since we've been together, and that's it's been amazing. Anyway, I don't know how far I want to go into that, but I was single for a long time with human design. I was or I would have very significant relationships that, you know, while I was traveling, that kind of thing, that weren't necessarily substantial. But when I came back, I had the intention, I really wanted to be in a relationship again, and I needed to kind of change some mindsets I had, and some things in human design were really holding me back. And there was also a lot of fear, you know, that I don't want to go too into right now, but if it's something that you want me to share more about with human design and relationships and getting into this one, I'd love to talk about it more, and I definitely bring on some insights about that. But my boyfriend's name is John, and he's great, and we've been friends for a long time. We went to the same high school together, and he was actually neighbors to my dad's house when I came back from traveling. So we would catch up, and we're family friends, and we spent a long time building a friendship before it was the right time for both of us. So it's been about 1.5 years now. And for my human design people watching, he's a manifesting generator. And he was one of the first charts I really looked at when I found human design. So he was a starting point of how I learned as well, because I learned through charts and people and experiences. So there's a lot that I've learned through human design and relationships, and there was also a lot of concepts I kind of needed to throw out that I was really holding on to, and some concepts that were very helpful and life-changing in our relationship. So I am in a new career path and in a relatively new relationship that's not too new. And then in personal hobbies wise, I'm still loving my plants. I'm a total plant mom, lady, green thumb maniac. I love plants and always will. One of my dreams is to have my own greenhouse one day. And I'm also, still a book lover and trying to read a lot of books. So there's that. So there's still a lot more to share with you guys, and I've been busy, but I wanted to just take the opportunity to sit down and say, hey guys, here's a life update. This is what's going on. I hope you guys are well. Thank you so much for all your amazing love and comments and all that great stuff. You guys are awesome. Sorry I've been away for a while, but I'm gonna try to keep you updated with more content, insights, and things that hopefully are valuable to your life. So thanks for listening today, and I love you guys so much. And make sure to check out the description to, if any helpful links, check out that podcast I was on, or if you want to work with me, or anything that's coming up, and all that good stuff, okay? All right, guys. See you soon. I promise it won't be that long till I post something new again. All right, lots of love, guys.